let's still do some more sports news here, where yesterday a big story broke in terms of local football, and that's Asante Kotoko coach Prosper Nate Ogum, who was reported to have tendered a resignation unofficially to the club. It's expected that the club would confirm the news sometime later this week. But of course, it has been a very, very successful period for Prosper, and it was rumored that he left his role due to tension between himself and the management. And we do have more details for you in this following report put together by Razak Musbah.
Head coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Prosper Nate, has resigned from the club following a meeting between management and the technical body earlier today in Kumasi. Joy Sports understands the coach tendered his resignation due to displeasure with the departure of some of his key players and the seeming lack of transfer activity in the club ahead of the start of next season. Ogum is expected to be without his key players, Fabio Gama, who failed to renew his contract, Salifu Mudasiru, who has joined Moldovan giant FC Sheriff Tiraspol, and Richmond Lamte, who has been banned by the Ghana Football Association for his involvement in the Ashanti Gold Inter-Allies match-fixing scandal. The coach is also set to lose his goal poacher Frank Etuga Imbella to Italian side Udinese Calcio ahead of next season. Ogum is also believed to have been unsettled with management's proposal to acquire a new technical director to offer support and guidance, especially in the club's CAF Champions League campaign. The former Wafa trainer was appointed prior to the start of the 2021-22 Ghana Premier League season and led the club to their first league title in 8 years. He amassed 67 points from 34 games to beat Midiama to the league title. Despite earlier confirming to having received offers from clubs abroad, Coach Ogum's next destination is unknown. Asante Kotoko will participate in this year's CAF Champions League and is determined to make an impact after many failed attempts. But the question remains, who will lead the Porcupine Warriors to battle come next season?
Well, Prosper Nate Ogum leaves at a high because he, remember, won the league title with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But what legacy will the former Wafa coach leave behind with the Porcupine Warriors?
So many coaches get an opportunity to lead a club as big as Asante Kotoko in the Ghana Premier League. But for Prosper Ogum Nate, the signs were clear for him after an impressive work with Wafa. Nicknamed Obenfo, Prosper was named as the new head coach of the Porcupine Warriors after a season that the team missed out on the league title to Accra House of Folk by just 4 points. On his side, he had just led Wafa to a historic third place finish in the Premier League, a feat that only solidified Kotoko's chase for him. With Kotoko undergoing their preseason in Dubai, there were lots of high hopes for the team going into the 2021-22 season. With quite a number of additions and a new face on the touchline, the team looked set and ready to fight for pride, a title they had missed since 2013-14 season. Prosper's early season magic and the rapport with his players put Kotoko on the right path and eventually marked them the favourite for the title tag even before the end of the first round of the season. His blend of experience and new faces were attributes fans loved about him, and the fact he was achieving results on the field also saw him become a fan's favourite at the Baba Yara Stadium. The Kumasi-based side ended the season with 67 points, amassing 36 points at home and 31 points away from home. Under Prosper, Kotoko travelled to Doma to beat Ediana for the first time in their history at the Nana Ajimanbedu the First Stadium. He was also the mastermind behind the club's first ever win over Wafa in Sokakope. Before him, Kotoko had failed to beat Hearts in Kumasi since 2012, but a 1-0 win in April ended that winless run. As mentioned earlier, he had the privilege to become the first coach to win the league title for the club since 2013-2014. Prosper would have been a major part of the team's campaign in Africa next season, but he resigning now means the club will have to turn attention to other options to lead them as they make a return to continental football. It may just be one season as the gaffer of the club, but Prosper Ogum has definitely left a good impression in the minds of the Porcupines.
Now let's take a closer look at his statistics for the Porcupine Warriors. Oh, here are some records by Prosper Nate Ogum. He won Asante Kotoko their first Ghana Premier League title since 2014. His Kotoko side picked up the most points, that's 31 on the road in the 2021-2022 season. His Asante Kotoko team scored the most goals, that's 48, and conceded the least, 20, in the just ended Ghana Premier League season. He became the first Asante Kotoko manager to beat Accra Heart of Oak at the Babayara since 2012. He also guided Asante Kotoko to beat Aduana Football Club at Doma for the first time in their history, and he also achieved another feat of beating Wafa at Sugakope for the very first time. Remember that it isn't official yet, Prosper Nate Ogum's resignation, but what Joy Sports understands is that he has told management that he wants to resign and would be making that official in terms of writing sometime soon. We will be providing you updates on that developing story.